So I don't know how many other targets have this similar type of experience, but as far as what I've been creating and putting together, they're literally just taking and clipping up my work to try and make me saying whatever else that they want. So maybe I got to continue to move around like this so that people know I'm real. I, I don't know, but I shouldn't have to do anything. I should just be able to speak out. But it all spiraled out of control, leaving me fighting between, you know, one hard place to another, to another, to another. Like, there was no easy place. So as these bills stacked up and the damages only grew, it was staging up their attacks to even bleed my brakes, have me going to somebody to have them suggestively fix my brakes, just to literally leave the brakes doing this, and then saying like there's like acting like there's nothing wrong. Or it was all just about time harvesting and taking that time away from work and taking that time away from me to see through it, and taking that time away from me to like have to go and get the stuff to bring it to them, and in hopes that, you know, they would be a decent person. But it was literally just to steal away my money and to steal away the money that I could have been making just going to someone that was reputable for like a business, you know. But that's what I was left to trust, and you know, that's the only person they wanted me to trust. Oh, you can either save money or you can go wherever you want, you know. But my brother never cared as far as that's concerned. He was literally staging me to literally bleed me dry, stealing my time, money, and energy. I wasn't failing all up on my own. I was failing by a very punished design, punishing me for just trying to get away and get out of this covert abuse. So it pushed me into a fabricated homelessness that I could feel, which all of my feet prints from there was all creation by their sedation and by their manufactured, engineered, you know, way of controlling my life in that fashion. But it was literally to steal up my whole life away from me. All the debt signed by somebody else's design, basically. Drowning me out while stealing my life away to get me to wash away completely, even unwittingly being able to breathe at times, or unwittingly being able to see that I had anything to be seen for what it was at all, because of the ways that the poisons played my character and my mind. And so I was unable to breathe, like down to the bone. Literally, you don't have your mind. You can't reason through the things that you would have otherwise have had. I couldn't even sometimes speak at all, so I had to like legitimately ask the Lord, please hold this memory of what I'm experiencing here, so that somehow I can explain it to where other people, normal people, are going to understand. And then you'd lose that prayer, you'd lose that thought, like everything, like soon would become completely gone. You're ghosted up in your own self yet again, and this is just happening and repeat and repeat and repeat throughout my life. So if a person can't reason with their own abilities and mind, you would consider that mind control, wouldn't you? Arsenic abuse, for an example, you consider that murder, wouldn't you? Like, physically or at least spiritually assaulting you to the point that it murders you, right? So, I mean, I don't know if people can see that without being an abused victim of a calculated poisoning. So I'm just putting it out there as a fact, because they they're after my whole life. They don't want me to get out from under here, there, or anywhere. I'm like, I need an influencer. I need a support. I've written like however many freaking letters that I've written and reports. It just doesn't go anywhere, and the only thing that they do is utilize all of that to then inflict and take the infliction of that harm to suggest that you're the criminal, and they're trying to take you down without seeing all of any other area. The only thing that they're looking at is that little 8 seconds of like, oh, I'm gonna swing my cup this way, and if I can't find this motherfucker, I'm gonna find the next motherfucker. I'm mad. Like anyone wouldn't be completely hysterical and in that hyperbole coming out of a long-standing poisoning. I'm sorry, but I think their design can get fucked if they want to make me out to be the criminal for their all crimes that they've been placing inside of my life to lead me into a mind that I should have had. I should be able to have the autonomy of my own mind, but they were literally stealing it away from me. So I was being misplaced inside of my life where I don't even think that these people wanted to even continue to take it there. They just didn't know how they could get away from it without it coming and exploding back in their faces. Well, now it's exploding back in their faces and they can't handle it. I can tell you that much. Where I was being misplaced completely inside of my life. I went from working just so freaking hard to take care of all of my ends and meeting them without a qualm, to having this kind of explosion being placed all over my life. To like literally take my own independence, to force me into a dependence, to need assistance that's then now like suggesting they don't have funds, and they're like, oh well, we're trying to leave the government shut down and just stack that much more damages over the American people's lives with leverage of them having your life be like a puppet on the strings. It's so fucking sick, dude. It's so fucking sick, dude, because like literally these satanic people can literally be working within Hollywood to steal every last part of your life, to then press to like get your life recreated, artificially created for their movies, and get people paying for it all over. And it's like, what, how many movies would that be? A lot, I can tell you that. So they're engineering all of this dark magic and this craft all over your life to literally drown people out, and in the same breath they could be utilizing it for their own, not only their gains over your life now through energy harvesting, but then after you die still being able to harvest energy off of your life. You don't literally get away. You're left in this bloody debt that's just been engineered, manufactured, and orchestrated all over your life, and then leaving you in a body unable to breathe and unable to mind the reason itself that you would otherwise have. So yeah, it was... Whoops, I dropped that. So literally it's going from, worst to bad to worse. Worst, like the worst it could ever be. For you to try and make your ends meet and take care of yourself. Like even just to clean yourself, have the pressures be taken away from yourself to leave you without, it literally dwindles you internally in your life, and then your financial life, your spiritual life, and your home life, your love life. It's literally taking and dwindling it away with the intent, by proxy, by their engineering, to leave it to where you can't have anything left to be discovered. The only thing that they can suggest to is like, oh, believe the sciences and don't look at your holy Bible. He's got like this, that, and the other in our DSM manual. Well, they're just like literally washing people right the fuck out of themselves. Highly go take your fucking egotistic classes and go fuck yourselves. All the money that you've stolen and you've been eating and feeding your kids with has all been blood money. That's blood money. So you're literally vampires. So I personally went from being able to make my ends meet just fine, taking care of myself just fine, to exposing me to needing that assistance even when that was created by the targeting to perfect timing, by the way, to shut down the government and like have a person have to work that much harder for what should be, an availability to us, while these illegals are, double and triple getting these payments over and over, mind you, and they're taking away the Americans' tax dollars so that they can put them overseas, spent on war, famine, destruction. And like literally it's things that you wouldn't want your money going to. You don't have a say in it because it's literally just theft. But these fraudsters on the left and the heavy left are, you're just met with frauds that's being now exposed, and these support systems being messed with and all of that, even lie to keep their own, save their own selves from them, from their own children and communities and other people of being discovered for literally who the fuck they are. How they've worked so well within these systems to weaponize all the threats that they can create against targets. So next would be your car, your home, your utilities, your gas, your water. It doesn't fucking matter what it is. It's not the first rodeo, but being placed in the rural stages of your life now, they're leading you literally to be bled dry. They're leading you inside of a manufactured state-of-the-art of warfare to fucking murder you. So the targeting, the dismayed, the throttling, the hacking, it's a whole bloodbath, basically, that's just leaving you under attack at all fronts of it. And it's meant to break your will and break your independence, cut your transportation, cut your availability to healing, cut your availability to have food, so that you can even eat to go out to work. They don't want you to have anything. Your life, your whole livelihood, your mind, your health, physically, metaphysically, your online life, your phone life, your family life, your home life, all of it's under attack, meant to break you down completely. So they're like literally cutting me up now, creating these smear campaigns and slandering my name, trying to use a second version out here to suggest to people that's my work, my content, right? It's bullshit. They can go ahead and try to save themselves and save their own faces when it comes to the Lord, but you and I know, as far as believers in Christ and believers in goodness in that way, know that these people aren't going to be able to toss a rug on God's eyes. You know, to fucking steal from God. What are you, a fucking dumb imbecile? But that's just what these dummies are. They're literally dumbbells. They're like they know what the fuck they're doing. But they're literally like, they know what the fuck they're doing, so much so that they know, and they look at themselves and they must look at themselves like, oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Yeah, because you are a fucking idiot. Just to try and work people out of themselves while they're trying to save themselves from this kind of disposition, to leave them stranded, unable to work, unable to save themselves even slightly after leveling them out of their minds with poisoning, hacking them, stealing away their performance in their jobs, stealing away their own love lives to create these affairs. And like literally, like, you can read articles where like legitimately a cop's wife is cheating on him and he comes back home early and he's got the literally bad things happen in the instant. And what I'm talking about is this kind of plagiarized thing that's happened all throughout my life. And it's been literally plagiarized, like played, manufactured, orchestrated, heavily, mind you, through what I feel is just my own dad getting away with being a fucking rapist. Like, who in their fucking right mind, bruh? Who in their fucking right mind thinks that they can just go bloody get away with fucking doing that kind of shit to their own fucking daughter, their own fucking family? You fucking bitch. I'm sorry, then I get taken away from my work because I just get so angry. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be angry about that. That's my crime, right? Fucking getting leveled out of your mind and coming back to your own mind, and then you're just left in a rage. And they're utilizing that rage to suggest that that's the crime. Nothing more to see here. Whatever, just to leave me hopeless, helpless, in need of the places and stages of security in my life, like, as a necessity. And now they're like, because they've created that dependency, then to exactly at the same time try and take it all away and not allow me to a fucking thing. I'm sorry, but this crime has been being planned down to the fucking T. And it has. It's the same strategy, and they're just choking your own authority for yourself in like a chokehold. They're just like, everything's just choked up. And in all honesty, if that's the way it is out here, and these cucks that want to like literally cuckold over our whole lives, like a bunch of fucking Freemasonry pedophile, pedo protectors, all these fucking illegitimate, degenerate, fucking low-life pieces of shit that want to work on two sides and two faces and act like they're one way but playing a total another. Fuck you and fuck your whole authority and fuck your system, because it's nothing but abusive. I don't care what you wear. I don't care how you wear it. I don't care what the fuck you do. Y'all know that you're gonna go to fucking hell if you don't turn from your ways and repent of your sins to the Lord. So these people can't take any more of me, because the fact of the matter is physically, sure. Physically in this life, sure. But it isn't all happenstance and life happening. It's not just happenstance out here. This is all made with the same intention of these evil plans driven by their egotistical and their cruelty being set up by people that literally wear masks, work on coordinated attacks, and work on two faces, double-minded, engrossed in their heart, encapsulated in their fucking corporate, institutionalized world of degenerate fucking lowlives. I don't care how you want to look at it, but that's the way that these people have been playing their same ways, meant to completely eradicate people and erase people before they even get to know their own names and faces. Y'all are a bunch of low-life degenerates, as I could see it. And now I'm going to be done, because I'm super fucking angry. So I have to like legitimately stop myself, and I have to stop myself, because otherwise it's like I'm like lashing out online, and then they're gonna take 2-3 sentences and be like, see, and they're gonna cut it out. You know what I mean? Cut it out from everything I've said leading up to, and then they're gonna be like, see, look at how he is. He's a danger to himself and others. While the whole danger to themselves and others, me, has been being played over my fucking whole life since I was a baby. So these people can go ahead and, yeah, I'm done here. Bye.